Nityanandam. So lately I've been sharing with you all about completion, and I've been sharing with you breakthroughs that I've been having with certain blind spots that Swamiji or Kalabhaitava Sadashiva has been revealing to me. And just this morning I had another breakthrough, or a blind spot revealed in a another mystical way. I'm sorry, I have a lot of insects around at the moment. I seem to be attracting them for some reason. So if I'm moving around a little bit, I apologize. I know it's not the best thing to be doing in front of the camera, but okay, let's continue. Alrighty, so yeah, about these blind spots. So I had another mystical experience this morning where again Swamiji revealed something to me. Not through a vision, actually. It was I could hear his voice this time, and it was very strong, and the message was very clear, and it just gave me a lot of insight on how I should be living my life and what it is that I should be doing every single day, moment to moment. So I waking up for yoga this morning, I started drifting back off kind of into sleep, and then I said, no, come on, get up. I've got myself to kind of get up out of this, like, you have this in-between space of sleep where you're not really awake and you're not really asleep. You're halfway, you're in between. Either you can get up or you could fall back asleep. Either option is there. So I was getting myself to wake up. And in that moment when I made that decision that, come on, get up, it's time for getting ready for morning yoga, which starts at 4 a.m. So this is somewhere around, I don't know, 3:30 or so, 3:40 maybe. I heard Swamiji's voice in my ear so clearly, and he said to me, now this might not make sense, but it makes perfect sense to me, and I'll explain it to you. So he basically said, the more that you're asking me, the more you're becoming part of my public life. It was so clear, it was so like jarring, and I was like, oh my god, it was just a reminder that yes, alright, instead of asking Swamiji for help, I am the creator of my reality. I manifest what I want as I want. Why should I be thinking and asking? If I'm asking, it's simply solidifying, or it's really strengthening the cognition or idea of separation that Swamiji, Sadashiva, super consciousness, God-el, whatever you want to call it, is separate to me. If I'm asking outside of me for help, it means that I'm not believing that I am Sadashiva. So what is the context behind this whole thing? So during Varanasi last year, I was part of Swamiji's travel team. There was a few of us that went to Varanasi, and he was giving these beautiful satsangs about Mahadeva Rahasya. So the secret of Mahadeva, or the secret of Sadashiva. And in that satsang, which I'll share with you a link beneath, Swamiji was saying that when we know that we are Sadashiva, that we ourselves are more than what we think we are. We're not the human body. We're not the limiting thought patterns and thought currents and whatever is there. We ourselves are the formless that has come into form and is expressing itself, enjoying life, expressing life. When we understand that that we are actually manifestations of God ourselves, that God is not a separate entity to us, that God is an expression, and we are that expression. We've taken life, we've taken birth as an expression of Him. Oh man, these bugs. When we understand this, when we have this right understanding, we know that from this space of oneness, this space of Advaita, see, this divine intelligence, innate intelligence, which makes our heart beat, which is able to run the whole cosmos without us having to think about it, right? the flowers around us are growing, the seasons come and go as they should. We don't have to put any thought into this. In the same way, our mind, our thoughts are not needed in the way we think they are, in a fretful, negative way. We have this intelligence which is able to guide our own body, and it's able to guide our own existence if we just trust it and allow it to flow through us. So when it comes to manifesting the reality, manifesting the life that we want, all we have to do is remember and be in that space of peacefulness, connectedness, oneness. I know for many people these words, I don't maybe like to use them because they can seem kind of obscure, and like, what does oneness actually mean? So when I'm speaking of oneness, I mean when your mind is just not operating from its old annoying conditionings, when you're able to be in that space, that that peacefulness, that if you've meditated you'll know, that space where there's no thoughts there, this space of connectedness with everything. Your identity is dropped, your ego has dropped, there's nothing other than your feeling of that presence, being in this moment, right? Whenever if you observe the operation of the thinking mind, it's always oscillating between the past and the future. It's never in the present moment. If we're in the present moment fully, then the thinking mind won't be there. We're just in that space of being. This is what I'm trying to say, actually. This is the word, that beingness. In that space of being. When we're in that space of being, just understanding the depth of us, not it being a shallow cognition or anything like that, but really having that belief, that knowing that I am the creator of my reality. I manifest what I want. So being in that space, simply declaring with your will, persistence, this is what I'm manifesting for myself in my life. It can be anything from these Shiva Jatas, dreadlocks, like Swamiji actually used this example. It can be manifesting the job that you want, the relationship that you want. For me, manifesting this stronger space of Sadashivatva, using my will persistence to keep declaring that, yes, I am living enlightenment. I am living enlightenment, whatever it is. Instead of asking, see this, if you look at the two different, how the energies are different, right? If I'm approaching Swamiji, life, God, Sadashiva, super consciousness, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. If I'm approaching this energy from a space of, and I'm not saying asking is wrong, but the powerfulness should be there, that you know that you're manifesting, right? Actually, let's not even go asking. It should be making a declaration. This is what Swamiji said in this satsang. See, if I'm approaching in the space of asking for something, it means that I'm still believing there's something outside of me which can help me or add to me or give something to me. I'm not fully believing or trusting in that I am the manifester of my reality. There's a difference between asking and declaring. If I'm in this space of oneness and I'm declaring whatever it is that I want to manifest, then I know there's no separation between me and the divine. It is flowing through me. I am as powerful as that. I'm an expression of that. So it was a beautiful reminder. I'll leave the satsang for you to watch itself. I hope that what I'm saying makes sense. It makes sense to me because it's the click has happened for me. But in case it's not making sense for you, I can answer your questions. And again, always happy to make more and more videos for you guys. So being in that space of oneness and making these declarations. When we're doing that, in this satsang, Swamiji shared that, see, we can be part of Sadashiva or God or super consciousness's secret life, private life, or public life. So if you know that you are a manifestor of your reality, that Sadashiva resides in you, that there is no separation between you and Sadashiva, that you are an expression and an extension of this same energy. You're a part of Sadashiva's secret life. You know the secret of secrets. You know that whatever it is that you want to manifest, he will simply rush towards you, that this energy will rush through you. and help manifest whatever it is that you want. This is being part of your secret life. Private life is more that, yes, you understand these concepts, and yes, you are playing around with them, but there's still some kind of separation between you and Sadashiva. And the opposite, not the opposite end, but further to this, is being part of Sadashiva's public life, where, like I said, if you're asking him for things, he'll be there giving you blessings, saying yes, tatastu, tatastu, so be it, so be it, so be it. So there's a gap in between how we cognize and then our relationship with the divine. So for me, it's a very personal thing. It means that this message was very clear, that the more I'm in doubt and the more that I'm having to ask for something outside of me, the more I'll be part of this public life, which is not what I've taken this life for. I've taken these robes as a dedication of my life to living enlightenment. So living enlightenment is that I am part of Shiva's secret life. So it was a beautiful reminder, and something that I'll definitely be imbibing, and it's something that's given me that push into being more and more powerful, and yeah, really standing up and using my will persistence to create whatever it is that I want for myself in this life, for Swamiji's vision, for Swamiji's mission, for humanity. And so you also, the earlier you start cultivating this understanding, and the earlier you start playing with this space and seeing how it actually works, so much, not just so much healing happens in you, in the sense that from powerlessness you move into powerfulness, but you start experiencing the juiciness of life. You start understanding that, wow, yes, anything I really truly believe, and anything that I really want for myself, I can have. Because it comes from inside and manifests outwards. It's never something outside that can give anything to you. If it is, it's only ever temporary. It's not of the spiritual nature, which is what we're looking for, which is what we're manifesting here. So, alright, I might cut this off here and allow some space for you guys to ask questions if you want to, or leave any comments for me. Thank you so much for listening to this, and again, I'll be making more and more videos very soon, so stay tuned. Thank you, Nityananda.